All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode on Airway Trade. So, if you are new here, click the subscribe button and also click the like button. Simple. What I do here is very simple. I post the before and after of all my trades. That's literally what I do here. And today, Sunday. Today is currently it's Sunday here in Lagos, Nigeria. So on Sundays like this, I break down all the pairs I'm interested in. Then on Friday, I'll post a market update on how all those pairs turned out. Alright, so this week I'm having a very interesting market this week. I have a total of 6 pairs analyzed. The first pair is GBP USD. If you know, follow up with me last week, you know I was trying to set this market as at the zone. Alright, but now I'm looking to buy this market simply because the 3 time frame is bullish. I'll explain that. Now on the weekly, this is our higher high, this is our higher low. This previous low, this low was our lower low previously for last week. We had this high as our lower high. Now we have this market last week body closed with a bullish engulfing candle above this lower high right here. Now we are bullish. We are having this as our higher high and on here as our higher low, and we are at a very clean support and resistance zone as well. Alright, you can see whenever the price hit this level, and this is the weekly time frame, you can see there's always a reaction as at that level. Okay, you can see whenever we are below it, we are using it as a resistance, and whenever we are above as a support. Okay, so whenever we are above as a support, whenever we are below as a resistance, whenever we are above as a support. And right now the weekly as is currently the week close above. Okay, so what I'm waiting for right now is for this market to give me a continuation, for me to enter for the continuation of this market. On the daily, we are also bearish on the daily. This previously, this was our lower low, this was our lower high. Now we have this market body close above this lower high. Right now we are having this as our higher high, this being our higher low on the daily. And on the daily as well, we are at a very clean support and resistance zone. Whenever we are above this area, we are buying, and whenever we are below, we are selling. I like the fact that this daily close just as at this zone. Alright, now whenever we are below as a resistance, and whenever we are above as a support. Alright, so on the 4 hour, coming down to the 4 hour, we are also bullish on the 4 hour. This is our higher high, it's been our higher low as at the zone. So we are also bullish. The 3 time frame is bullish on GBP USD, so I'm looking to buy. What I'm waiting for right now is for this market to break out of the zone. Give me a clear breakout. As at the retest, I'll be looking to go in for a buy. Alright, GBP USD, the next pair on my list, Euro AUD. Euro AUD, I'm looking to sell these markets. If you follow up with me, if you've been keeping up with me, you know I've been selling this market for a while, and I've been looking to sell it, most especially from this zone. I didn't get that. Now we have this pair is back in my radar again. The weekly is bearish. This has been our lower low. Okay, and this has been our lower high on the weekly. On the weekly, we are bearish, lower low, lower high. Alright, and we are at a very clean support and resistance zone. Whenever we are above this area, we are using it as a support. Alright, and whenever we are below as a resistance. Alright, resistance, support, resistance. So right now what I'm looking to do is very simple. Coming down to the daily as well, the daily is bullish on the other hand. The daily is bullish. This has been our higher high, this has been our higher low. So if this is to go as planned, if this go my way this week, might likely have a daily lower low. Okay, that's what I'm anticipating, that this market is going to keep selling until we have a daily new low on the daily, on the 4 hour, and also on the daily we have a very clean support and resistance zone. This zone, whenever we are above here, we are buying. Whenever we are below, we break below and always retest for a sell. And it looks like we have broken below. Now we are having that retest. So I'll wait on the lower time frame and get an entry for a continuation to the downside. So whenever we break below, we always retest it to the downside, and whenever we break above, we always retest it to push to the upside. Whenever we are below, resistance, and whenever we are above, support, resistance. Alright, so coming down to the 4 hour on Euro AUD, on the 4 hour, coming down to the 4 hour. The 4 hour is bearish. I have the 4 hour bearish. This being our lower low. This being our lower high. So 2 time frame is in our favor in this. Alright, so we are looking to say all I'm waiting for right now is a clear breakout of this zone. As I do retest, I'll be looking to go in for a sell. I'll go down to 2 hour for my entry. That 2 hour, 1 hour, or 30 minutes, I get my entry from those time frames. The next pair on my list is USD CHF. USD CHF, I actually saw this market. When did I sell this market? Okay, no, I was looking to sell this market because on the weekly, we have a clean head and shoulder pattern. I'll be looking to sell this market for, if I'm not mistaken, for 2 weeks now. Alright, just last week I didn't have any analysis on it last week. Alright, but we are having a left shoulder, a head, a right shoulder. Now we have this breakout. We are having this retest. Okay, I was looking to sell this market outside this zone, but I didn't get no entry. You can see this market just bought to the upside, and now it looks like it has retested. Alright, the further it pulls inside, it's better. For head and shoulder pattern, once you have this breakout, the further it pulls inside, the better. Alright, if you stop outside this zone and give you an entry, it's good. But if you pull all the way to this zone somewhere like this and it's pulling down now, it's even much more better. Alright, on the daily, and we are at a very clean resistance zone, very clean resistance zone. Alright, on the daily, also beautiful move, beautiful market. We are bearish on the daily. This being our lower daily. This was our higher high, higher low. Now we're having this as our lower low, lower high. So this zone on the daily, we are bearish and we are at a very clean support zone. We are at a very clean support and resistance zone. Whenever we are above it, we are buying. Whenever we are below it, we are selling. So right now, what I'm waiting for, coming down to the 4 hour, you see we have the 3 time frame in our favor in this. Okay, weekly is bullish. Okay, USD CHF weekly is bullish. Let's not forget, weekly is bullish. This has been our higher high. This has been our higher low. Alright, the daily is bearish, and 4 hour is also what's bearish. Now 4 hour, this has been our lower low. This has been our lower high. So what I'm waiting for right now is a breakout, a quick retest on the 2 hour, 1 hour, or 30 minutes. I'll be going in for an entry. The next pair, USD CAD, interesting market. Alright, if you have been following up on me, you know I've also been trying to sell this market for a while. Now USD CAD, the weekly is bullish. Has been our higher high, higher low. Alright, the weekly is bullish and we are at a very clean support and resistance. Whenever we are below this area as a resistance, alright. Although this weekly hasn't fully closed below. Okay, that's the only hiccup on this market, because weekly hasn't closed below, but we are at a very clean support and resistance zone. Coming down to the daily, daily is bearish. This was our previous higher high, higher low. Now we have this market body close below this low. This is now a lower low, lower high. So we might have a little push to this level, then breakout, retest again for us to continue selling. And we are at a very clean support and resistance zone. Whenever we are below resistance, coming down to the 4 hours. Coming down to the 4 hour, also a beautiful move on the 4 hour. 4 hour is bearish. This has been our lower low. This has been our lower high. Alright, so what I'm waiting for is a breakout retest. I'll be going in for a sell. The next market on my list, GBP AUD. Alright, GBP AUD, one of my favorite pair. Alright, on the weekly we are bullish. I'm looking to sell this market on the weekly. We are bullish. This has been our higher high, and this has been our higher low. And we are at a very clean support and resistance zone. Alright, it's a very clean support and resistance zone. I like this. Daily is also bullish. This has been our higher high. This has been our what? Higher low. Okay, higher high, higher low, and we are at very, like, it's just beautiful. We are at a very clean support and resistance zone. The very clean support and resistance zone. Alright, whenever we are below the zone, resistance. Whenever we are above, alright, very clean area of interest. Whenever we are above, support. Whenever we are below, resistance. Whenever we are above, support. Whenever we are below, resistance. Whenever we are above, support. Coming down to the 4 hours, 4 hour is also bullish on this market. 4 hour is also bullish. Alright, 4 hour is bullish. We are having this as our 4 hour bullish. This is higher high, higher low, lower low, lower high, higher high, higher low, lower low, lower high. Okay, 4 hour is bearish. Now I'm waiting for this market to give me a shift instruction. Once we have that breakout, we already have a shift instruction on the 4 hours. At the retest, I'll be going in for a buy. Then the last but not the least, GBPNZD. GBPNZD, interesting market, very interesting market. So this market, I'm looking to sell this market simply because we have a degenerate head and shoulder pattern as at the zone. Now we have a breakout coming back to retest. Okay, I usually do this, this looks beautiful, this looks really beautiful and straightforward. So now what I'm waiting for right now is this breakout and the retest to continue the market, to set the market to the downside. Now on the weekly, we are already having that retest and we have a bearish engulf on the weekly. All right, I just want this market to take out this zone for me first of all, this neckline. Once I have this market take out this neckline on the lower time frame, I'll be going in for a sell. On the daily, we are also bearish. This has been our lower low, lower high. All right, and we are at a very clean support and resistance, very clean as at the neckline of daily as well. At the neckline of daily, we are having this. Okay, so we have head and shoulder pattern on the daily and also on the weekly. Okay, now we have a break. It's at the retest now, and you can see this daily is already pushing to the downside already. We have the break and we are having the retest right now. So once I have this breakout on the lower time frame on the 4 hours, coming down to the 4 hour. Come down to the 4 hour, we have the break. 4 hour is bullish. We're having this as our higher high, as our higher low. So right now, once I have a shift instruction on the 4 hour, I'll be going in for the sell for GBPNZD. So that's pretty much it for this week, for this very interesting week. It's a very interesting week. So stay tuned. If you want to trade live with me, I'll be leaving a description of my Telegram below. All right, click it. You can trade live with me. All right. That's pretty much it for this week. Currently it's Sunday, so let's see how this week is going to turn out. Stay tuned for my next video dropping on Friday, where I'm going to be breaking down how all these markets played out. All right, stay tuned. Peace out tonight. Enjoy the rest of your week, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and have a beautiful and peaceful week. Peace out for now.